It's time. Oh my gosh. Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for watching out there. My name is Sarah Kennedy. You may not know me, or maybe you do know me. I am a stand-up comedian and performer. I started doing comedy in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and then I've performed in LA, New York, all over. I've done podcasts. Wait, what is this show? Do you guys see the look? Big graphic. Big, huge. All right, I've done podcasts like this one I have about Taylor Swift called Tadar. I've written for Reductress, a satire website that's kind of like The Onion, but for ladies. I've been on the Today Show, MTV. I've been part of a bunch of incredible comedy festivals like the Cinderblock Comedy Festival, the Albuquerque Funny Fiesta, and Cloud Top Comedy Festival. And as part of all of that, I've gotten the chance to meet so many cool people, a lot of them comics, a lot of them other cool in their own way. And that's what this whole show is. It's a way for us to hang out for 45 minutes and for you to get exposed to some of the coolest friends I got. So welcome to Sarah Kennedy and Friends. Do it. Do it.
Sarah Kennedy.
I love that theme song so much. Another really important aspect of the show is that it is done in cahoots with the Box Performance Space at Improv Theater, one of my absolute favorite places to do comedy across this fine nation. So please support them. If you're watching it through the Box's YouTube or their Facebook, go ahead and like and subscribe to all their content because they've got really great stuff happening all throughout the week. And I'll make sure at the end of today's episode to tell you what you can look forward to for the rest of this weekend if you are planning on staying home. And you should stay home. So this is a talk show. It's a little bit of there's comedy, there's bits, and I guess I'm like Drew Barrymore, but hopefully less manic. I don't know. I can feel what she feels like when she does her show. So I'm going to try to keep it cool. Most talk shows start with a monologue, and I did write monologue jokes. However, you do need to know that they were entirely 100% all about the fly from last night. I think everybody is very over that fly. Even the fly was like, no. My biggest sign that people were definitely over all of these jokes about the fly and ready to move on with the news was that literally like a couple hours ago, the website deadline.com just announced that Mike Pence had COVID just to like move. He doesn't. I mean, maybe he does. We don't know. They just had this already prepped and ready to go. And then they released this prepped story that they had pre-written because they were like, anything, let's just talk about anything. Let's move on. So I'll do the same. I will also move on. But it's good because we've got a huge show packed full of all kinds of great things, including our first guest tonight. I was so excited when I asked her to be part of the show and she said yes. She, before COVID, was an absolute crusher in and around the Albuquerque comedy scene, and she continues to crush. She just does it in Albuquerque in a digital way and then also abroad in a digital way. And so I'm super excited for you guys to meet her, enjoy her comedy. Here is Karen Carson.
Woo! Hey, Sarah, I'm excited to be your very first friend on your very first show.
I know, Karen. Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna duck out and let you do your you ready? No, but first we gotta do the transition music. You ready?
Okay. There we are. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us on this virtual variety show. You know, I love, like Sarah said, I love doing virtual comedy because you can have like cool backgrounds or you can have this nice bookcase behind you. Whereas I know mine looks like people are leaning in going, is she in my dentist's office? Yes, I am. I am coming to you from your dentist's office. If you'll believe, I am coming from your dentist office. So, you know what? It's been a crazy, crazy summer. I'm so glad fall is finally here. It is NFL football time. I hate this time of year. I hate it. I hate it. And I'll tell you why. You know how weird it is when your husband has a man crush on Seattle Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson? Oh my gosh. And this year it's the worst. It's like my crush and my husband's crush. It's like it's coming together. It's all in our living room these days. And guys, I admit Russell Wilson's very attractive. But here's the thing. I can't compete with that. No, I mean, just bear with me. Consider the stats. Russell Wilson, 5'11", 218 pounds. Karen Carson, a very snacky 1.5 feet on Zoom. This is or StreamYard. This is all I am these days. This is it. Or Russell Wilson, he has a $35 million contract, and he is the top-rated quarterback in the league. As for Karen Carson, this year I've been told at my day job that on my performance evaluation, I will be getting a 5. And that's a 5 out of 9, okay? That is solidly in the category of meets expectations. That's how that's going right now. My mom said, hey, Karen, it's a new job. I think you should feel pretty good about a 5. Guys, my day job is at a nuclear laboratory, okay? How do you feel about having a 5 out of 9 running around a nuclear laboratory? Oh, yikes. Do you know Russell Wilson? He graduated college in 3 years. I don't even know, 3 years. And then he got a master's degree before going to the NFL. Back when I did have an office to go to, when we would pass around greeting cards at the office for everyone to sign, like for birthdays, I always wrote congrats, because I wasn't confident I could spell congratulations in the moment. God, is it an I? Is it a U? I don't know. And I've been for the last 6 months pretending to work at home, and I still have not figured that out. So that's where we are right now. So I figured if I'm going to compete with Russell this year, I better get my workout on. I better start getting into shape. And I was telling some colleagues on this on our Monday morning goals call, and my coworker Felicia leaned in and said, Karen, that is so great. You're finally joining Planet Fitness. No, Felicia, I'm not joining Planet Fitness. I am joining Party City. That's right. That Party City, 850 locations, big box party store of crappy party favors. That is where I'm getting my workout on. Now, some of you may be doubting that right now, thinking, no, I think that lady on the screen, she needs to go to a real gym, like with a pull-up bar. No, I'm going to be that Rio Rancho, New Mexico soccer mom trying to stuff a bunch of helium balloons in the back of her Honda Passport. Goddamn, Dora the Explorer. That's how I'm getting my workout on. Or maybe some of you thinking, that woman needs the discipline of some classes, like a boxing class. No. Just fight the other customers in the aisle for that one last culturally inappropriate party favor. Like, that's my Yom Kippur Pinata, bitch. Or maybe some of you are like those American Ninja Warrior obstacle courses. Party City has you covered, okay? You just scamper down the aisle for those Lion King napkins, and then you climb that dusty display for those last Blues Clues cigarette holders. And then you dive under the shelf for those last Mike Pence pink handcuffs. Go, go, go. You got 2 minutes. Now, as I was sharing these thoughts with my coworkers, just as I was had my mic turned off by my boss, I hear my husband, who's also working at home, calling from the other side of the house. Karen, before every game, Russell Wilson meditates, you loser. Oh, God. Russell Wilson, you win again, hands down. He's the better one. All right, that's my time. I'm Karen Carson Gaddy.
Yeah. Karen, that was awesome. Thank you so much for doing that. That was a great set.
Thanks.
Wait, okay, so I've got real questions I need to ask you, but when was the last time you were in a party city?
What did you say? What's Party City?
When was the last time that you were in like a party city? Are you nostalgic for?
I am. I love the one at the corner of Wyoming and Montgomery here in Albuquerque. I think that's the best one.
I agree.
It's just chock full of crap you don't need, and what better place to go? But it has been a while. I am nostalgic. I think we all need to support our party cities because they are in a very tenuous financial situation.
It's true. It's a big box store, but it's a big box decorated with like lots of decorations. So, okay, so I've got, oh, I know. And actually, I mean, that's the place everybody goes for Halloween because they've got that huge chunk in the back.
Right. That's right.
This year, everything's crazy. All right. So I will tell you, going into this talk show, my 2 goals for the interview section of this was to never be like, how's it going? Or what you doing? Because that's just not, I mean, we are all doing the same thing. And I think we're all feeling about the same level of whatever. So there's much more interesting things to talk about. And honestly, you have such great perspective about like comedy now and the digital ways that like comedians can survive during this era. And that's the stuff I want to like get into. Okay. So what are some insights that you've had about that?
Well, I will confess that for probably the first 4 months of the pandemic, I pouted and I was sad and I missed comedy. And I was like, I don't have any jokes to write. I don't have any jokes to tell. And then I decided, you know what, maybe I should try this online stuff, and very tentatively started putting my feet in it. But I've realized that while it will never, ever replace live performances at places like the Box, it's never going to replace it. It's it's what we have now. And B, it does present some opportunities that I never even thought of until I did them. And I did a completely virtual Plano Comedy Festival last weekend. I was a performer and a host on that. And you would look out and they did it on Zoom. And so you could see who was in the Zoom room. And sometimes you could see the people and sometimes you just saw names. But I also saw like a lot of people who you would not expect to see in a comedy club, but they will tune in to an online comedy show, people who were older, people who are disabled, and I'm like, this is fantastic because we're reaching people who, wouldn't otherwise have an opportunity to see as live comedy as we can show them right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right. I mean, this is a nice little experiment to get to try that out too. So you are the very first guest we've ever had on Sarah Kennedy and Friends, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm so happy to have had you. So thank you so much.
No problem. Looking forward to hearing.
Oh no, Karen, I cut her right off. That just happened. We hit that time and I gotta, like crack that whip. Anyway, you guys, please find Karen Carson on the internet. Follow her everywhere she's at because she's a mover and a shaker in the digital space. So nice to have this slideshow telling us that it's time for a segment. This is actually a submission that came to us from comedian Jason Pirro. He is fantastic, and I think you're going to really enjoy this sketch. So here from Jason Pirro is Ordering Food.
Nailed it.
What are we having for dinner?
I don't even want to cook dinner tonight, to be honest.
Me neither. Let's just get delivery.
Ooh, yeah. How about burgers?
Nah.
Okay, well, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? C'est la fête des jeux. Elle ne peut toujours pas se décider. Pourquoi est-ce si difficile pour elle? Trop de choix, trop de chemins. Ma femme de dîner était bercée par mon soif de réponse. Le temps est devenu un mystère au sein d'une énigme dans un notoire mystère. Je perds l'espoir.
I got it!
Sera-ce le bonjour?
I think I want burgers.
That's what I said in the beginning.
But I didn't know that it was
Are you
burgers.
fucking kidding me? Do you see this beard on my face?
But I searched the internet and
Are you
that's
kidding
what
me
I
right now?
wanna eat.
I'm on the
so
floor. I'm
hungry
talking
and
to
I'm like,
forks.
Okay, well, I always forget that it ends with that awesome button. That was ordering food from Jason Pirro. You guys, I've got his information right here. You saw during the short film that he's got a Venmo that you can send some money to. He's creating some fantastic content, so please go and support him. Just so you can see it a little bit clearer. He is Jason Pirro on Venmo. He's also Jason W Pirro on Instagram, and he puts a lot of stuff up there. And you can also find him on YouTube. So if you're watching right now on the Boxes YouTube, open a new tab, keep me up, don't go away, and find Jason and like and subscribe what he has got going on over there. Thank you so much for your submission, Jason. It was a perfect entry into what the show can be, could be, and from such a talented fella. So thank you. Okay, who's next? What do we got? Oh, a guest. Oh, thank goodness I have this slideshow up. You know, it really helps me stay on track. This guest, according to this card that I wrote myself, so please don't think I needed help. These are still my words. Was on MTV's Decoded. She is also one of my nearest and dearest friends in comedy. We used to host a show together at the Alamo Draft House in Brooklyn called Queer Film Theory 101. And whatever she's got tonight is going to be good. And I'm super excited for you guys to see her. Please welcome to the stage, question mark, Veronica Garza. Okay, so
Here I am.
hey, you know how like I gave Karen an intro and then I did the music? You got the opposite. So I gave you the music and now you're here. So I'm just gonna homer in the bushes my way out of this and let you do your joke, okay?
I'm only here for 5 minutes to convince you to come back to New York. We miss you.
Well, it's your 5 minutes. You do what you want to do. Bye.
Oh man, I miss Sarah already. Look at that. She left me in New York and then she left me here. I guess I have to go down that way eventually next year, hopefully. Gosh, this is great to see Sarah. It's great to see anybody else in this pandemic. I've been going through it with my girlfriend who I love so much, but I could go without seeing her cute face for like 3 days now. I'm okay with that. Just a little bit of distance. I'm only saying that because we went through the first part of this pandemic in a studio apartment. It was her, very cute her, our dog, and me in a studio apartment. And about a month into being in this studio apartment, me, this Mexican American Veronica Garza, was like, you know what? I could go for a wall in that apartment. I'm willing to fund a wall in that apartment. I, Mexican American Veronica Garza, am willing to build a wall in that apartment. Wall. That's all I wanted. Wow. It's the pandemic was weird because I finally moved into my girlfriend's place, the fancy studio apartment that I was bragging about in my earlier joke. And when you move in together, you find out these new things about each other. For instance, she found out that I'm allergic to strawberries. And I found out that she's allergic to cleaning, which there is no Benadryl to help with that. She just can't do it, apparently. And I'm not being passive aggressive at all. It's actually with this cleaning that I was doing a lot of, I actually hurt my back vacuuming, which is the most Mexican I've ever been in my life. The part of my back that I hurt was I hurt my sciatica. For those who don't know what the sciatica is, it's the part of your back that starts to hurt immediately after you get health insurance. Only then will your sciatica hurt. I am a sporty gay. That's the check mark that I fit on in lesbian bingo. That's the genre of gay that I am, sporty gay. I have what they call active bitch face, which is like resting bitch faced, like resting bitch face, except you can tell that I played soccer and that I was good at it, like really good, too good, some might say. Yeah, lots of sports in there. Very gay. I mentioned our dog. Yeah, my girlfriend and I we got a dog. We conceived him naturally because a lot of people don't know this, but two women cannot make a baby, but two women can make a very cute puppy. And we named him Colin because I'd like to raise a white child. And it's interesting to see Colin just walking around and shitting in the streets of Brooklyn, much like every Colin in Brooklyn. That's from what I've seen in my observation. Very white, very Colin. It's too white of a name. I don't know. I don't have any real friends named Colin, just my dog. But I do have a friend named Chad in our friend group. But he's actually poor, so his nickname in our friend group is Poor Chad, which is weird because you're thinking like, well, what do you call like a rich Chad? Chad. That's what you call them. That's how that name goes. I only bring up names because, like my name, Veronica. It's a bit of an audacious name. It's a very bold name. It's a very sexy name. Veronica, that is a sexy name, and I can't live up to that. Like, let me tell you how sexy of a name Veronica is. Sofia Vergara. Her actual full name is Sofia Veronica Vergara. She's so hot, she necessitates two sexy names. And that's actually not true. I made it up, but you believe it because that's how hot Sofia Vergara is. That's how sexy she is. And I don't know if I'm sexy enough. Like I'm wearing a shirt with Michael Jordan on it. Like I'm not prepared to be the Veronica sexy. Like I can be Bernice, which is a version of Veronica that wears baseball caps and has jerseys. Like still in the tree, but not quite, the main flavor, right? I should lean on something big. You know what? I'm going to leave it at that, guys. I'm Veronica Garza. Thank you, Sarah.
Woo! Veronica, that was so funny. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to do this, dude.
So this is the chit chat
Yes.
part of the thing. Okay, and I've got the following questions for you. Number
Yes.
one, you're booked a lot, even though there's a pandemic going on. Which comedy replacement do you prefer? Outdoor shows or online shows?
Currently, I
choose wisely.
So, you know what? Right now, because of the pandemic, I'm going to say indoor shows, like online shows, not indoor shows. Don't get that wrong. Online shows.
Nice. Great. Okay. You got in an internet fight with a former childhood actor. Could you tell us a little bit about that story?
I tweeted something drunkenly about a year ago about Tom Cruise being short and how lucky in Jerry Maguire, he was only cast next to Jonathan Lipnicki. Jonathan Lipnicki saw the tweet and messaged me on Facebook telling me this long spiel about how sometimes he Googles himself to see what fans are saying. Sometimes I'm like, calm down, Jonathan. And he proceeded to tell me how uncomfortable he is with his height and how he talks about it with his therapist. And all I did was laugh.
Yeah. And then, so we've got a little bit, this is the screenshot, I believe, from the actual talk. You told him with what? Just like, don't search for yourself. That's ridiculous.
It's funny.
Okay. Great. Fantastic. Okay. And last question. Oh, no, we're just going to move. We're going to move on to we got the cameo. We got our segment, our cameo potluck.
I'm so happy about this. I'm so excited about this.
I'm so excited about it too. So hold on. Give me 1 second to get, honestly, if we're going to do it, we need to do it the right way. So it's a new segment. I love that graphic and that song. Like if I could, I would do it like every
It's-
moment.
It's so chilling. I love it. It's like it looks like the opening credits. I don't remember, but it could be the opening credits for the Bee in Apartment 23.
Oh God, I love that show so much.
Thank you.
Um,
Yeah.
Okay, I loved it. It was awesome. Also, the nice thing too is that one of the owners of the box, Doug, so Doug and Kristen, this is a big shout out to them because they're the ones who allow me to do this
Thank you
gobbledygook
all.
of a show. But Doug made my theme song for me.
It's all so great. It's all really
It's
like this is
so
really. It's not. It's like I say things are cute when they're cute, but this is
Mhm.
fun. You know what I mean?
I
Like
love
it's like all of it's very like it's very professional, my friend. Not that you don't need to be doing professional things, but this is nice.
Speaking of professional, if you've never heard of it, Cameo is an app that's just gone wild on the internet. You can buy a little bit of a celebrity's time and they can make you a personalized video that you can then gift to somebody if they like a particular celebrity. They've got sports people, music people, wrestlers, comedians that we know personally are on there, real famous people from movies. And so we're doing something today called a Cameo potluck where Veronica has gone out to get her own cameo for me, and I have gone out and gotten a cameo for her, and we're gonna like include you guys on the cameos that we got for each other. So you know what, Veronica, I have yours up first. I promised you I wouldn't see who it was.
Okay.
So I still don't know who this is, but is there anything
Okay.
that you want to set up
Can I
about
just say?
what we're about to see?
I didn't want to tell you anything about who this is, but I will say that I drunkenly got it for you. And drunk me, we were in Provincetown again last week, and I'm like drinking all this wine by myself on a Monday night. I'm like, she'll like this. She'll like this. And I looked at it and I'm like, the first one is kind of dumb, but you know what? I actually think you're really gonna like it. I think the reason why we're friends is this part of pop culture that I just love about you. Everyone does. You will appreciate it.
All right, cool. So without further ado, here is Veronica's cameo for me.
Hey Sarah, it's Tia Carrere, and Veronica says that she's sorry that you had to reschedule your C-section and you and Kelly had to reschedule your wedding because of COVID. Like, holy cow, that's a double whammy right there. Thank you for being fans of mine and Wayne's World, and I hope that one day soon you can be married and your baby will be here, because I know you're probably in some discomfort right now, and that you can go on a big family vacation to Hawaii, because you deserve it, girl. All right, party on and be well, and nice friend Veronica there you got. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't like Tia Carrere thinks I'm a great friend.
You are a great friend. Remembering that I needed to reschedule my C-section.
Drunk me was like, what if she had a C-section? And then the next day I was like, this is stupid, Veronica. Also, Tia Carrere, still a babe.
I mean, she's gorgeous. That's amazing.
Always, but
all right. Well, mine, he went on a little long, so that was longer than Tia Carrere's video, but it really is heartfelt, and it's from me to you, and I really hope you enjoy it.
Hey Veronica, this is Jonathan Lipnicki. I got this message from SK to send to you. A lot of people are just really supportive of you and saying you're an amazing friend. And I don't know if maybe you're going through a tough time or not, but if you are, you know, tough times don't last, tough people do. It sounds like you're incredible, and there are a lot of people out there who really believe in you and really support you. You work really hard and you give so much of yourself, and you manage to stay gorgeous the whole time is what they're saying. And you know, it's really important to be a selfless person, but don't forget to leave room for yourself in that equation. You know, take care of yourself, get enough sleep, drink enough water, you know, stay active. But it sounds like you're an incredible person and you really give a lot of yourself. But it's always important to also remember that you're part of that equation. Take care of yourself. You have friends who love you, especially SK. And you know what? If you're going through a tough time, you will get through this. It's a tough time for a lot of people out there, and you know, you're gonna make it through. We all are, and go kick some butt. Keep kicking butt.
Yeah.
I just kept going, ha. That
Just
was,
I mean,
I knew. I know. I gotta edit it together now on my own too. I can't wait to put this together. Oh my gosh, Sarah, that was, as soon as you said it, I'm like, right even before it came out, I go, it's Jonathan up there.
it's Jonathan Lipnicki.
Yeah, I knew it was that little short boy, who's telling me to hold on. Little Stuart Little over here.
He's a sweet boy, so he's just real proud of you and he loves you. So don't worry about bygones are bygones.
I thought we were supposed to be celebrity.
Very fair. All right, Veronica, I gotta let you go.
Thank you.
Actually, yeah, no problem. You have thank you so much for being on the show. I did have a thing I was gonna mention, like you and I'm gonna bring Karen in real fast. I mean, we're a little short on time, but this is important. So Karen, I'm gonna bring you back in real fast. Okay. So you guys performed at the Dallas House of Comedy, which recently closed. And, it was, I think, pretty integral to both of your comedy careers and the paths that you've been on. So is there anything that you want to say that's just kind of like some condolences or some paying some respects to a place like that's no longer with us?
Okay, so for me, I actually, Amanda Austin and Kyle Austin, Amanda is one of the owners. I learned improv at Dallas Comedy House when it was at Ozona Bar and Grill, 12 years ago when they used to do it in the back of a place before. And then I took 200 level improv at the old spot before that there was two before that. And then once I tried stand up, I was doing it, but I hadn't performed there. But Amanda's always been really good about me going back and eventually getting booked. And then cut to 2018, I headline and sell out there. And then anytime I've gone back home, which I am from Dallas, I've had nothing but good shows there. And what's dope is Amanda would always, have 5 minutes, and regardless of how dope everything, or how busy everything was going, she was so chill and very just humble and keeps it together as a businesswoman. And I think it kind of crushes me that place, I can't believe she stepped away, especially, but Deep Ellum's changed so much. So for me, Dallas Comedy House, it holds this super deep spot in my heart, that it's just no other. I will say that no spot in Dallas is ever going to be able to top that.
Yeah, Karen.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't think I'd be doing stand up today if it wasn't for Dallas Comedy House. I took a class there and just never looked back. And it's not easy when you're in your 40s to start anything. And that's what I did. And to Veronica's point, I mean, Amanda Austin, the owner, was a very fierce advocate for women in comedy.
Yes.
And that is irreplaceable. And it'll be sorely missed. And it was a place that practiced tolerance and practiced inclusivity. And Dallas is going to be sorely missing that place for years. And I wish the best for Amanda and the staff that ran it. But it tells us we got to keep our live performance spaces open as long as possible, because we're in it for the long haul.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know that so many comedians went through the Dallas Comedy House, which I've now switched up the words, and I'm sorry, I misspoke earlier. But if the two of you were the only two people who had come in and out of that space, that is such a huge contribution to comedy as an art form. And, I think comedy spaces are safe spaces for weirdos. And to see them close across the country is heartbreaking. Yeah. So, getting to do whatever we can to support the spaces that are still open, to maybe look to a future where we're able to open new spaces. We gotta have hope, and we gotta have jokes. So
definitely.
Yeah. But I really appreciate you guys taking that time just to kind of speak about it, because it's important.
I love that place so much.
Yeah. Cool. So, all right. You know what? It's, thank you. I'm going to send you on back. Bye, Veronica. All right, you guys, it is segment time, and I am so excited about this next segment. And I'm not saying it slowly because it's still uploading to StreamYard. That would be ridiculous. That's cool. We got another thing coming. So please enjoy this. This is a sketch that was made for the Buck D and Shondine show by Buck D, a local comedian here in town. It's fantastic, and I'm super excited for you guys to see it. Here is 2020 COVID hits.
I'm tired. There ain't nothing to do. We can't go nowhere. This Rona ain't it, man. Oh, hold on, girl. Let me play you this new album I just bought.
Yeah, it's going double balled up. Aluminum Foil and Cover Your Mouth Productions proudly presents 2020 COVID Hits. The quintessential sounds that got us through the Rona. Robert Isley and the Isley Brothers. Patti LaBeouf and Michael McDonald. Damn, I should have thought of this shit. The sultry sounds of Buck Rawls and much, much more. You'll never find. Yes, you get 5011 of the only coronavirus ballads and hits ever recorded. The ones who protect you. Not sold in any store, bodega, swap meet, flea market, trunk, or outlet. This exclusive internet offer is available only here and only now. Eggshells, if they ain't 6 feet away, told me that I got. You get Mary J. Buck. The incomparable Buck Pendergrass. Forget about a quarantine. Ain't no COVID in my place. Buck 12. COVID-19. We can't go home cause we can't go outside. And a soulful Buck Green. Love the stimulants. Yeah. Something that'll pay off my phone. And I can buy some new knives. And a gang of more songs that you ain't know was COVID classics. COVID got me tripping in my home, so stay your ass home. Remember, this limited ensemble is not to be streamed on any platform. Go back to the days that sports was on. Operators are standing by to take your money. Order now before the sounds of COVID hits get away.
Yes, girl. What is this? That's that COVID hit.
To order your copy of 2020 COVID Hits, have your credit card ready and call 1-800-ARONAS. That's 1-800-327-6627. Or rush $49.58 plus $80.13 in shipping and handling to COVID Hits. BS Box 6969, Department X, Albuquerque, New Mexico, 87109. Operators are standing by. Call 1-800-ARONAS. Satisfaction guaranteed. Call now. Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, WIC vouchers, and food stamps are all accepted.
Baby, you gotta let me borrow this. You gotta get your own.
Incredible. I love it so much. That was COVID 2020 Hits by Buck D. This is really important. So you guys saw his Cash App that was running underneath the bottom. Throw a couple dollars Buck D's way. Tell him you appreciate the work that he's done here. It's pretty fantastic. That one that was Boys to Men about sports being on. Mwah. Chef a kiss. Very good. So he is Buck Dangerous on Cash App. He is Buck_Dangerous on Instagram. You should definitely go follow him there. And then also find the Buck D and Shondine show online. They've been doing stuff here and there. And also Shondine's fantastic too. We got to have both of them here on the show. Okay, cool. So let's go ahead and scooch right on to our next guest. This is an exciting guest for me. I feel like it's been forever since I've seen him. He is an indie wrestler, but he's also an indie wrestler. He makes some amazing salsa, and today is his birthday. Oh my gosh. Please welcome Pitfall Jones. Oh, Pitfall Jones. Which one's your first name?
Sarah, I am thrilled that you asked me to do a cameo. You just have to let me know which friend you want, and I'll do that shout out for you.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I know that all my friends are just like really grasping for archaeologist cameos these days. So thank you.
We stay busy. You guys are digging up old friends. I'm digging up some extra guys.
It's awesome. So Pitfall, you are a wrestler. You're an archaeologist. You've got like a big history, some father issues maybe, but also here's I don't know. It's Steve.
Well, I mean, you messed up the whole list, right? So
I know.
It's indie wrestler,
archaeologist, good salsa,
professor, part-time,
professor, part-time,
obtainer of rare antiquities, expert on the occult. You forgot that one.
Right. Yeah. Hater of snakes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Sorry. You moved your fingers a little fast. My heart jumped a little bit.
That's fair.
So what do you want to know?
Okay, here's the deal. You are the first wrestler we've had on the show. And I don't know what our history of having wrestlers here from here on out look like. So I want to get this out of the way right now. Yeah. Maybe you'll just knock them all out of the water and you're the only one I could get. Okay. And this is a touchy subject, but I've heard that wrestling is fake. Is it fake?
Kalima! Sarah, I have heard this my whole life. And quite frankly, I'm sick of it. There is nothing more real in this world than professional wrestling. There's nothing more real about it. And I just want to put that rumor to rest. It's real. It's as real as it can possibly be. But what I will tell you, but I want this to stay between you and your watchers.
Okay.
So I don't think it'll get out that far.
Keep it.
Archaeology isn't real.
No.
It's not. It is made up. We made it up.
So what do you do when you're out on a dig?
You know the brushes we use?
Yeah.
We don't need them. It is so easy to pull bones out of the ground. It's so easy to pull bones out of the ground. But archaeologists, we work by the hour. So
teeny tiny little brushes.
Yeah. It's a racket. It really is.
So you and the bones like get together beforehand and kind of figure out a plan about what the dig is going to go like. And
yeah. Do you know how long people have been around? Because I do. And we've dug up all of the possible bones. Like there's no more bones out there. We're putting old ones back in and we just come back around every few years.
What happens when an archaeologist finds a wishbone?
Oh, well, you know, they wish for a longer dig. That's all it is. Yeah, but it's all made up. Museums, that's where we store our props.
Perfect. Okay, so you're an indie wrestler, independent, but also Indiana Jones oriented. Are you excited about the newest Indiana Jones movie?
Yeah. It's called Untitled Indiana Jones Project. And I'm going to let you guys know a little secret. The title is Pitfall Jones.
Oh.
They're bringing me in. Harrison's out. I am the new Indiana Jones.
Really?
I am. Well, I don't know.
Has your IMDb been updated?
I don't think anyone uses that anymore, but my Rotten Tomatoes is up to date.
Sure. Okay, great. Yeah, I think that's where most performers get their information anyway. So you're in the new Indiana Jones movie.
I'm in it. I've been working with George on the weekends. We've been Zooming. Great Zoomer. Uses all of the different tools, annotate, drawing. He is animated. I can tell you what.
So is it going to be filmed on Zoom? Is this like a Zoom movie?
No, we're live. We're out there. We're doing it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Some risk takers, you know. Some people dropped out, right? You know, Harrison dropped out. Breaks my heart. Karen Allen dropped out. You know, I didn't really like her that much. You know, Karen Allen, kind of a xenophobe. So.
Oh, wow. She's so pretty. Wow, that's a nice
They
cup.
always are,
That's a
right?
nice cup.
They always are.
Where'd you get that cup? That's a nice cup.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, found it. Great. It makes me feel alive. Great for dental health for some reason. I had a dead tooth. Just
Not
fine.
anymore?
Yeah.
No.
Just fine.
Incredible. All right. Well, we're running a little bit long, so I want to. I was hoping you could either teach me a move or we could help like name a new move for you, especially if it's going to be in a movie. Like, I'd really like that credit.
Yeah. And it's funny you say that. I mean, I'm not the only wrestler on that movie. The Rock's on that movie too, so pretty cool.
Well, as an archaeologist, you've dealt with a lot.
Yeah. He's a pretty man. I wish I could carbon date him. You know what I mean? All right. Help me name my newest move. And I bet you have a good idea. I can tell your sense of fight moves. You probably know what it already is. Like, you know the most sensitive part of the human body, right?
Eyeballs.
Absolutely true. And you know the hardest part of the human body, right?
Depending on the person, their pecs.
Yeah.
No, the bone, the leg bone.
Nope, you had it the first time.
Oh, pecs.
I throw my pec as hard as I possibly can into my opponent's eyeball.
Oh,
Yeah.
actually, yeah. Hold on, I want to show people a little bit. This is you in action. That's pre-pec to eyeball, but that's
Yeah, but look at those pecs, am I right?
nailing it. Okay, cool. So we're doing a pec to eyeball move.
Yeah, so I have no idea what to call it though.
Sure. I mean, I would love to see if there's anybody in the comments too that might come in with like a ball pectin or a eye spectacular.
Yeah.
Or
all of those
something.
are not great answers. So hopefully
Okay,
the comment
sure,
section
that's fine.
has
That's
that, yeah.
Well, we've got I think 17 people watching across like 1,000 different channels. But
Fantastic. 1,000 people. I love it.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm certain. I know a lot of people who are watching from the Spec Script Twitch channel are very active in the chat, and if they're out there and they've got a great idea for this pec to the eyeball move,
Let me know.
have your say. People are just as stumped as I am, honestly.
That's a tough one. It's a tough business, and I know all the names of the moves too. So,
What would you call it?
well, I've used all the good names, right? Like, I have the Last Crusade. I have the Temple of Doom. I have this is what it feels like when doves cry. So I have all the classics.
Sure. Oh, the pectogram.
Outstanding. It's already a shirt. You can get it on my website.
I could just see an
Scotty
upside down
Max, thank you
star.
so much.
Yeah.
Pectograph is coming at you. Scotty Max, I'll send you a cameo, pecking some eyes.
That's amazing. All right. Well, Pitfall Jones, happy birthday. And thank you for spending your time here with us today. Go dig up some bones and we'll see you here next time.
Wait, one sec before you cut me off like you did the other lady. The one thing I can plug, right? Can I plug?
Please plug.
All right. So can't wrestle right now. Can't do it. Can't do live shows. So we started something called SOS Pro Wrestling. And it's half Lost, half Survivor, Fringe style. And we just made a wrestling web series that I think whoever's watching this may totally dig. You get it? So check out SOS Pro Wrestling on any of the platforms. We have 2 episodes up on YouTube. And just check it out.
Incredible. Well, thank you so much again, Pitfall Jones. Have a good evening and a happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Well, you know what, friends? So the guests we have tonight, please support them wherever they are at. Find them on the internet. Throw them money if you've got money. They need it, believe me. Thank you so much for spending time with us. They are my friends. You are my friends. And I am so excited to get to do this every second and fourth Thursday. We are at the end of our time, which means we're going to bump a nice segment I had with Mary Upchurch, but we'll do it for surezies our next show, which is going to be October 26th. Again, it's a Thursday, same time, same place, wherever you're watching. Just stay cozy because it's going to happen. But I am part of a ecosphere that is brought to you by the Box Performance Space and Improv Theater, and they have programming that's going on throughout the weekend. So I've got this brief little thing for you to see so that you can figure out what to do with the rest of your weekend, and then we'll close up shop. And I guess I'll see you later. Awesome. Okay, so that's it, you guys. If you want more information about how to see more shows like what you've seen tonight or other stuff that's just as brilliant, please go to theboxabq.com. It looks like this once you get there, and you'll see all the shows that they've got going on for the rest of the weekend, and also where you can watch them. But thank you so much for joining me tonight. This has been a dream, and I just want to thank my guests for tonight, Karen Carson, Veronica Garza, Pitfall Jones, as well as Buck D and Jason Pirro for their submissions, and all of you. Thank you very, very much. Get some sleep. Have a good Friday, and then a good weekend, and then I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Thank you so much. Bye.